Okay, these are all the ingredients that's needed for, this is my mom's dressing. And everything is here that you need to do. There's the chicken right there. And this right here is, I put 3 chicken livers through the blender. So they're all blended up nice. There's butter. I'll use about a half a stick or 3/4 of a stick of butter. A whole onion diced up. That down there is poultry seasoning. Frankenmuth chicken seasoning. Leaf oregano. Some more chicken seasoning there. That's just from, what is it? Orrington Farms, I guess. And then a little bit of sage. And a little bit of paprika. And 2 packs of crackers. 1.5 to 2, depending on the size of your chicken. And I think that one there will probably take about 1.5 maybe. But those are the ingredients that we need right there. Forgot to mention the egg too. Got to have an egg that you put in there after you bind the dressing up with. There's probably 2/3 to 3/4 stick of butter right there melting in a good sized frying pan. So here goes about 1 medium, maybe not quite a large onion, in between medium and large onion, diced up. And cook this till it's clear, nice soft and clear, the onion. Now you just add a little bit of some of this chicken seasoning here. I'm going to take this base broth here, put a little of that in there, maybe, I don't know, about I'd say probably a teaspoon or so. Put that in there. Yeah, maybe a little more than a teaspoon. And then a little leaf oregano. This is all in while the onions are cooking. Just sprinkle it a little over the onions. Then probably some, of course, poultry seasoning. Definitely got to have poultry seasoning in here. A little bit of paprika. I think the paprika is more for color. A little bit of sage. Right here, some sage. I just take about a pinch. Grind it up good in there and sprinkle it. Maybe 2 pinches. Yeah. And a little bit of Frankenmuth seasoning again. Not a whole lot. And black pepper, regular black pepper. And mix that all up good. The onion's nice and almost translucent enough right now. So just mix that up a little bit. And then turn it off. Let it cool down a little bit. Next comes the important part. Here's what I use. I just used a Dutch oven there. That's an aluminum one. And then I put the rack in it so the chicken doesn't stick. It sets on that rack nice in there then. And then about 350 in the oven for probably 2 hours. Maybe a little more, a little less, give or take, till it's nice and golden brown and done. But we'll have some more steps to go through the important parts here in a minute. Okay, now I take that chicken and just sprinkle it good with the pepper, inside and out too. Pick the old chicken on the inside there and do it with the pepper, all the seasonings for that matter. Just do a good job on it. So you can see right now how that bird's all nice and seasoned up outside. All the good seasonings. Comes the good part here. We've got the onions with all the spices nice and cool now. Now we're going to take those crackers, break them open, and run the packs under water. Believe it or not, yes, underwater. And you squeeze them out. You don't want them too wet, you don't want them too dry. If they're too wet, the dressing comes out mushy. If they're too dry, it comes out like, well, not good either. But I'll show you here what to do in a minute. Okay, now taking about like a half a pack of crackers right here. As you can see, I've got about half of it. Take the half a pack, at a time. That's the easiest to handle. And believe it or not, turn the water on low and just run these underwater till they get a little bit soggy. Gotta spread them apart a little bit so the water can get in between them. Anyway, then you just make a big ball out of them like this. Out from underneath the water. Squeeze all the water you can out of them. Then you just have to break them. See how they are? It's a nice ball. Pretty nice ball at all. Then you just break it up in little pieces like this. You don't want it mushy. You want it to be broken up in chunks like this. All that mixture is going to just coat these cracker crumbs. All the spices and everything. See, that's what it looks like there when you just break it up in little balls. Nice balls. Those are hard balls. Like, you don't want this messy. You know, like where it turns out mushy, because that's terrible. You might as well throw it away if it turns out mushy. Okay, that's 1.5 packs of the crackers all run under the water. That was the hard part that I had to explain more or less on video, because it's hard to explain what you do. What? Run crackers underwater? Sure you do. Anyway, mix this all up. Now you don't want to stir it so it gets all gushy and gooey. You just want to make it where the stuff coats these cracker crumbs. Put the oven off. The oven or the stove top is not on right now. Want this done while the stuff is cooled. But mix it up good so it coats it all really good. Now I have one egg right there that I beat. And you just want to lightly pour that in. Try not to get it all clumped in one spot. There you go. And just stir it up again like before. You don't want to, you fold it, I guess is what you would say. Because you don't want this stuff getting mushy. You don't want it breaking up. Now these I stuck in the blender. There's 3 chicken livers here that are all mixed up beautifully in the blender. Pureed, I guess you could say so. Like that. You just want to slowly mix this stuff in. Like I say, no matter what, you don't want to get this stuff mushy. Those crackers as well as possible without it turning to mush. This is where cooking it helps a little bit too, because it'll takes the runniness out of the egg and the livers. Now this is just coming out beautiful. This is the whole trick to the perfect dressing. Making sure that it's not all mush. It's clumpy. Okay, that's perfect right there. Now again, I don't want to let it get too hot. So turn the stove off and let it cool back down again before you stuff it in the chicken. Turn your stove on to 350. Pack this stuff in. Put the lid on it and put it in the oven for a good hour and a half to begin with. Well, I check it every hour. Put it on for an hour, check it. And at the last, say, half hour, that's when you want to remove the lid to brown it up good. That you will see is at the end here. Okay, remember, I was saying, don't pack too much of the dressing in there and stuff, because if you do, it really puffs out when it cooks. And woo, baby doggy! Look at that. Yeah, she's like really cooking out. You can see it's puffing up. Look at that chicken's. Okay, this is an hour. This is just an hour. I'm going to put some stuff on the dressing, a little tin foil over that. And as you can see, the tin foil needs to be on them wingtips if you want to make a good presentation. I mean.